All right, what's going on, guys? It's awesome. So I'm gonna make this video today. Just kind of something, an idea a few people have reached out to me on, and basically what I'm gonna do today is try to simplify the sport of fishing the best way I know how. So one thing that I think everybody kind of goes through, and I did and still do to some degree, is you go down the fishing aisle and you see all these different things, and it's really easy to get overwhelmed. And it's really easy to get overwhelmed. So my goal for today is just kind of make it simple. One of the beautiful things about the sport of fishing is you can watch YouTube videos, you can watch your favorite fishermen, and everybody just does it their own way, and it's all different and it's all good. And if you love to fish, I want to encourage you to go out and find your own way. I'm going to show you just how I do it. If you guys have any kind of tips or comments or suggestions, feel free to let me know, because, whoa, voice crack. Yeah, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I love to learn. I'd love to know how you do it. And yeah, let's get into the video. All right, my all-around favorite rod reel combo setup to use is this beauty right here. See if I can show you. So what I have right here is this is a Berkley Lightning rod, and I've got it geared up with a Lew's Mock Smash bait caster, and it's got a 7:5 to 1 gear ratio. And actually, I've got this tied on and caught a pretty decent fish on this the other day. Just a little spinner bait with the 4-inch swing impact Kitech on it. But this rod and reel is my all-around go-to rod. I'll use this rod to throw anything from a spinner bait to Texas rig to crankbaits. I mean, you name it. It's a 6.6 medium heavy, I believe. Yep, it is a 6.6 medium heavy. It's a casting rod, so this thing right here, man, you can throw it for miles. But I'm going to show you for the beginning fisherman. So for the person out there that has never been fishing and you want to try an artificial bait and you want to go give it your go, I'm going to show you the easiest setup and the best chance that you have to go out and just get a fish. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. So actually what I've got tied on here is I think it's 12-pound mono. A good friend of mine, Gabe Smith, reached out to me, and he just kind of went over the benefits of mono and just how strong it is, and ever since I put it on this reel, it seems like I've really been able to cast it further. But what I'm going to show y'all here, and there's 1,000 videos on YouTube about how to do it, but it's called Texas rig. And Texas rig all around is it's just the easiest and the most proven all around way to just go out and catch a fish. And you can catch anything from bass to catfish to, crappie if they're big enough, depending on how big of a hook and stuff you throw. But all you need to throw a Texas rig is you go out and you get you a hook, preferably one with an offset right here. All that offset is just a bend, and you can tie whatever knot you want. I like to tie a Palomar knot just because I feel like that's a really strong knot, right? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Put your hook through, just tie an overhand knot. Right, just like that. Before you cinch it down, run your loop in around your hook, just like that, and then wet it, cinch it down. That will not break if it's done correctly. Take you some scissors or your teeth if you like to do it the old-fashioned way. You can leave a little bit of a tag end. I feel comfortable leaving a little bit of a tag end in case there's any slippage. Shouldn't be. Okay. And then what you do from this point is you find your favorite soft plastic bait, whether it's a worm or a crawdad. Let me go show you some of my favorites. So these are some of my favorites to throw. First off, I got a Yum Genie. This thing is, let me see how long this thing is. See how long it is, but Yum Genie, let me pull this thing out. And I'm gonna Texas rig this thing just to show y'all what it looks like. It's a Yum Genie, man. It's just a worm with a paddle tail. I don't know if you guys can see that. What you're gonna do, you're gonna take your hook, you're gonna slide it through the head of that bait, just like that. It doesn't matter how far. You'll figure out what works best for you. It doesn't have to be very far. And you're gonna slide that worm all the way up to the eyelet, just like that. What I like to do then is I just kind of measure this bait, okay? So where the bend of this hook right here matches with the bait, what I will do is I will bend that bait up just like this, and I will run that hook through where that bait meets up with the bend of the hook, okay? And that's what you get right there, okay? Now there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can text pose it where you just barely dig the hook into that bait, and now you've got a weedless Texas rig worm. And this right here, all around, all times of the year, can most of the time can go catch you a fish. I would say on a bait caster, if you're going to throw that, you can tinker with maybe adding some weights. Most of the time I will add like a bullet weight, kind of like this right here. A lot of guys use tungsten. They're expensive. You don't have to use a tungsten weight unless you just want to be fancy, but most of the time the weedless, if you can get away with it on a bait caster, this right here is stuff to beat. Some other of my favorite style baits to throw is you've got a reaction beaver, and all it is a crawl imitation, right? It's black and blue, does really well all around. You hook it up the same way, same way. If you don't, sometimes you can even play with the worm length, right? Sometimes they may not want such a big piece of bait. You can switch it up, maybe try smaller, like a Cinco. Good friend of mine, Marky Spalding, got me these when he found out that I was having a girl, and I've kept them, never really used them. Never really used the pink Cinco, but if you guys have and caught anything with them, let me know. Let me know if I should give it a go. I've just kept it really for sentimental reasons. And here's the beautiful part about a Texas rig, man, is that not only, say you don't want to throw a worm or a beaver style bait, you can even go to the store, pick you up a pack of swim baits, and just hook them up the same way. Man, let's see if I can. I really like these Exo Swims, especially for Texas rigging. You know, a Cinco, or not Cinco, Kitech, which I really like these for trailers on spinner baits. But a lot of times when you're using a big EWG hook or an extra wide gap hook with an offset, these bigger soft plastic paddle tail swim baits, let me show you here, kind of do it the same way, right? Kind of come through the head, come through, just kind of roll it up on the eye, same deal. This one actually has a nice little spot you can bury the hook in, a little slot on the belly. And I've got that one completely weedless. And there you go. And the way I'll usually fish these right here, if I'm fishing like a swim bait, just a paddle tail swim bait like this right here, I'll throw it out, let it hit the bottom, pop the rod up, and just start slowly retrieving. And that right there, if they're not feeling the worm or they're not feeling the beaver style bait, pop that swim bait on. These are the Exo Swims. These are 4 inches, I think. And that should do the trick. Yeah, I hope this video helped somebody. Like I said, fishing is exactly that. You can go out, man. The very first fish I ever caught, I caught it on corn pops. You know what I mean? There's stuff you can spend as much money as you want on it. Just find what you like to do and go out and enjoy it. It's not even about catching it all the time. You don't always go and catch a fish every time, but it's not always about that. It's about being in God's creation and enjoying what He's gave us. So I hope that this kind of helped somebody. I don't know how well the GoPro picked up the knots, and if you go out and you don't catch anything, that's okay too. That's why they call it fishing. But if you got any tips for me or you have any questions, leave a comment and let me know. If you've not subscribed to the channel, definitely do that so that I can definitely keep the content up. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see next. This is what I love to do. I'm still learning the fishing deal. I'm trying to get a few hunt videos out. But definitely drop a comment. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see. What kind of questions you may have. There's a few other kind of setups that I'll throw. I wanted to kind of keep this video short and just kind of I don't know, be an advocate and just encourage someone that fishing doesn't have to be overwhelming. You can go and spend $30-$40 and have everything you need to go out and have a good time. So definitely drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you want. If not, God bless you. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.